Hey guys, I am here with BazukaTank. How you doing, man? What's up?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
well,
for having me.
oh yeah, for sure. It's funny because I didn't actually even know who you were until I made a GG Noobs 2 video that I took down. And historically, I've been watching Empyrean off and on. I'm not a big streamer, I don't really watch a lot of Twitch, but I've seen him like melt Uber Eater worlds. I've just seen like farming Uber Eater worlds, and so I made this video where I was like, "Man, this guy is one of the best players." And then I basically gave credit to him and Marcus, and then all throughout the comments, your name kept popping up, and I was like, "Who's Bazooka Tank?" And I realized you work quite a bit with him.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because your video popped out in my feed, and I watched it. Yo, someone made a video killing GG noobs, Marcus. I didn't read any comments or anything, and I didn't mind it too much because honestly, GG noobs is like Marcus projects that I worked with a little bit,
Hmm.
like on the crafting and we always like pass POBs to each other and we look at the POBs and he improves some of my stuff, I improve some of his stuff, but GG Noobs is market stuff. So I'm fine not taking credit for that. But anyway, it was just funny. I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like you're one of the few content creators where there's like no hate, and they say when you make it big, the haters start coming on, and it's like I can't find any negative comments about you. So I'm glad I could have a chat because I really wanted to get your experience with PoE 2, and basically also just give credit where credit's due, and acknowledge that you're a big part of all that group. How did you end up starting to work with them? I mean, did you guys know each other in real life? How did that all start?
Oh no, like my story with MP, it's way back. I was just a viewer and I'm just there chatting and doing what chatters do. But I played this game since 2013, I think,
Mm.
something like that. And I like playing the market, so I noticed that he plays on the team and yada yada. And you know the story. You don't you don't mind the gold. You sell the shovel, right?
Hmm.
So I just okay. So they need this, and that, and I go find this and I'm gonna sell to them. And they notice me. Oh, this guy's always here selling stuff for us. And they eventually he was part of the team.
That's
The
cool. Yeah,
TLDR version is that.
that's great.
But yeah, my name, the Bazooka Tank name is it's another story too. Like
All
I
right.
guess you didn't ask for that. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's just a casual chat, man. Yeah, okay, let's go there. What brought it up? I mean, you got Pepe there going on. What's this all about?
Yeah. So the Bazooka Tank thing was he was doing a charity stream, I think, and he was one of the things was like he was gonna set up a PvP team to fight someone else, and he was just give me what your build is, but it has to be something funny. And I was playing was Harvest League. I was playing some really broken build, a blade blast.
Yeah.
Do you remember that from
Oh yeah.
Harvest?
Yep.
So yeah, I was I was playing a chieftain version. I was really tanky. I was just fight. I'm just bazooka tank blade blaster, and he said I don't know what it is. I want that in my team, and
Yeah.
from
That
now
makes
on
sense.
I
Thank you.
am bazooka.
Sweet, man. That's great. Yeah, no, you started way before I did. I mean, I started around 2016. I think Breach League was my first league, so um yeah, how are you liking PoE 2? I mean, there's a lot of differences, right? I mean, it has a very different feel in a way, but it's still similar in a way. What are your thoughts on the game so far?
Yeah, like before PoE 2 came out and there was a bunch of concerns, I was like, okay, PoE 2 is gonna be a different game and it's good, because I'm playing PoE 1 for like 2 months and I stop. I need some other game to play. I don't want to play another version of PoE, right? So
Hmm.
I'm okay with PoE 2 being like Dark Souls. So I'm fine with that. So I go into the game expecting something like slow. I need to combo my skills to do damage. I need to dodge roll and stuff. If I mess up, I die. I was prepared for that. But what I was not prepared for is how similar PoE 2 feels in the mapping compared to PoE 1. Because once my build stopped like not working, I started Monk and I was like, trying to get power charges to power my stuff and do damage.
Hmm.
But then I stopped doing that and just playing just the skill that looks like lightning strike and only that. And I realized everyone's just playing a one button build just like PoE 1. I feel like kind of dumb, honestly. Like, why didn't I think about that? Right, I was just like, you know.
I do because
And
it
there's some
starts
other
off, yeah,
other
it starts
stuff
off
too.
feeling that sort of Dark Souls Elden Ring, where you have to like really build up, and then by the time you get to Cruel, because I'm way behind, but I'm in Cruel now, it's starting to feel a bit more, better. I mean, I'm able to trash through mobs a little bit better, and you start stacking up attack speed and stuff, and all of a sudden now it's feeling a little bit more similar. So yeah, I hear you, and so there's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
strats that are
The
overlapped. Yeah,
feel that I got in campaign and the feel that I got playing the end of the game was night and day.
cool. Yeah,
But
I mean, I see a little bit. I don't know. Have you played Last Epoch? Because I feel like it's
yeah,
got.
I played Last Spark too.
Yeah,
It was very fun. Very broken stuff to do in that game too.
the
But
crafting is crazy in that game. I love the crafting system. What are your thoughts on all the currency orb crafting situation? I mean, I was just talking to Tenki, and it seems like they're easing newer players in. They're probably going to be there's some metadata out there where they're going to be adding in. I know they're going to be having influences. I know they're going to be having veiled mods because I see it there, and so I think they're just kind of easing us in.
uh,
What are your thoughts with like the current system? I mean, is it enough to craft for profit? How's that been going for you?
I mean, for sure, there's a crafting for profit angle, but it's nothing like PoE 1. Once I saw the omens, I got a little bit scared because they are really, really, really powerful. So I was like expecting, maybe they're gonna be like as rare as a lock, Hinakora's lock.
Mm, mm.
Or if they actually mess up with the rarity and is way too common, it's gonna be way too easy to make like really OP items because once you hit like those two prefixes that you want, you can just scour the item and keep slamming prefixes until you have the prefix you want, and you can do the same with suffix. But what end up happening is those things are rarer than mirrors, and no one can craft with it, and it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I
The only
made.
only crafting that I'm doing right now is like I buy some base in PoE trade with two good mods, and I click the Chaos Orb until the item is dead or the item was 5 times more. That's the
Yeah,
crafting
no,
basically.
I know there's no scours. Chaos work differently. There's no alterations, and so you have to farm the bases. You have to have like a tab full of bases and just start hitting it with augments or essences. I feel like, and I'm not quite there yet, but yeah, I kind of wanted to ask you about the omen. They feel pretty rare, huh? Even running ritual, because I'm just not there yet. Just not finding
Yeah,
any.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're non-existent. We
Oh
bought one for 100x and the next two were for 150.
shit.
They're
Yeah.
they're they're, they're, quite, they're crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah.
But
That's
the
interesting. I
thing
mean.
that you touched about the base things, it actually brings way back in the day. Like the game was in beta. The first thing about crafting that I learned was to pick up bases on the ground and alch them, and it brought me right way back. Like I'm just picking a bunch of rings and I just alching all of them, and I'm just getting them ready to the chaos orb span,
Hmm.
and that was kind of fun. Like it really brought me back to how it felt in the past. But I don't know, like crafting in PoE 1 is much more advanced. But I'm not too worried about this because I'm just being patient. I know the game just came, it's in beta.
Yeah.
More things are gonna be added, so I'm not too worried about this yet. But yeah, in the current state of things, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to fix the Omen thing because they are really crazy.
Yeah, they
But
really
yeah,
like I was like I say looking into it, and I was like, well, you could use this and and sort of target the prefix or suffix. I mean, it's sort of the new meta mod crafting bench built into the omen, or it's the harvest with the essences. They kind of have that vibe to them where you have that. It's not like it's not a fixed mod anymore with the essences, right? It's pretty much just a mod type, sort of like hoarder crafting. It seems. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. But GGG is pretty good about listening to the community generally with feedback, and given that it is early access, I think we're gonna see some changes for sure.
I mean,
Um,
I hope they do, but it's a very hard thing to balance, to be honest, because if they made this currency available to everyone so everyone can use it, the people that are top is just gonna make the best items in the game in like 1 2 days, and I don't think GGG wants that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if you design a currency that can only be used for by the top 1.001% of the players, and like what's
Hmm.
the point? I don't know. I
Yeah.
never
Find
liked
that sweet
this
spot.
about the Hinekora's lot in PoE 1, but I understand like the power stuff needs to exist, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was expecting something different from GGG
Yeah. I
because
mean,
they market the crafting to us a lot, right?
yeah. Yeah. No, it does feel almost like ruthless in a way, which I'm not a huge fan of
It
ruthless mode.
is. It is that there's a lot of comparisons to Ruthless.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't play Ruthless, but the people in the team played, and they said, "Oh, there's the things that I hate about Ruthless are in PoE too."
Mm.
So that's what they say. I can't say anything about that, but yeah.
I get it. I mean, I think criticism's important. I think you got to be honest, and there's a lot I like about it too. I did want to ask you: were you in that what's it called, Arbiter of Ash? Were you part of that group that took it down like day 5? Were you in there?
Day 5, I don't know what day the team took it down, but yes, the team took it down. I'm just there trading.
Got it.
Basically, I played a little bit, and I am just a trader. But yeah, I'm part of the Discord. I actually don't know if the team was the first one, but they definitely did, and
You're right.
it was a fight. It was a fight. Let's just say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the clip?
Yeah, I did. I watched it on MP's channel, and I was just thinking, I wonder if you were in there. I just had to ask you since I had you on call coming up. But yeah, that's craziness. That was quick. I mean, like I say, I'm still in Cruel because of life distractions. I mean, I'm barely about to get to mapping like this week. So, but yeah, that's the whole thing. It's a new story. Even though, like I was talking to Tenki, there's a lot of similar to D2. If did you play D2 back in the day as well?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
played it too. I played Diablo 1 too. I have both original CDs with me here.
yeah, man.
Actually, I played a lot of D2 back in the day, but I didn't play online. It was just, you know, you play through the campaign, you beat the game, and you create a new character, and you do it again, kind of deal.
Yeah,
Which
no,
is
it's
funny
fun.
because I think there's a lot of people doing that right now.
Yeah, there's a edit Project Diablo 2, and it adds maps into D2. You actually have maps you roll up to tier 3, and it has all these new endgame bosses, and it has corruptions, and so they took all the PoE 1 concepts and put it into D2, and I
Oh
have
yeah,
so damn much fun
I
with
know
that.
about PoE, Path of Diablo as well. Also,
Yeah,
some
there's Path
mods.
of Diablo. I haven't tried that one, but Project D2 definitely fun. What are you doing right now as far as your build in PoE 2? Like, what are you up to? What's shenanigans?
So Snap and the boys, they needed to stop playing. They only play for a little bit over an week. So I actually just joined in. I leveled my character to 92 with them, and we blasting maps, blasting breach. Rest in peace. Did you read the patch notes? They just nuked breach, the rares. But
Hmm,
yeah, we
I didn't know that.
for some reason we found out that Adorn is in the game. Did you know that? And
No.
we made a we made the adorn tree, just going around the tree, just clicking every single jewel socket, and all we need is ES, and the character just have ES, CI, and Eternal Youth, and we have nearly 600 rarity, and rarity in this game is insanely broken. It's like it's like you have every single dust from PoE 1. I always forget the name of the dust from the Wildwood dust.
Yeah, the wisps you mean?
Yeah, it's yeah the wisp. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's like it's everything combined into one stat. It gives you better currency, increases the number of currency, better rares, everything. It's just that's broken.
The
More
Adorn.
unique too. It is crazy, and the adorn parts. What it does is not only allows to build up the increased CS that you need, also gives you the resistances because the resistances that you corrupt on the jewels. So it fixes all the problems with the character.
Cool.
Also because we using the ring that gives you negative resistances, so we do really need those res, and it is just crazy. And I'm
Yes.
really surprised they didn't nerf our builds. They just nerf breach.
That's
Kind of
fascinating. See,
funny.
I'm just so behind. I always play my own builds. I always do. I make my
Oh
own builds for
yeah,
the channel, and
my bad. I'm just speaking as if you know everything. My bad. I
no,
always
it's
do
good.
that.
I'm gonna look into this. I'm listening. Share all you want, because it's all good information, man. And I'm learning it as I go. As far as what's brought over, I mean, is there anything you missed from PoE one that you think, besides things like fossils,
Oh,
like what really needs
I
to come back? Do
mi-
you think?
I miss so much the crafting bench. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
I would solve so many problems. Like early on, just the transitioning from going from the campaign to just going to maps. I wish I could just craft 20 fire res on my gear and that's it. I'll be happy, no complaints. You
Yeah, the
know?
big difference was you could take it off later, and now with the runes, they're in there. The item is stuck. You can't. There's no way. And I think they might add. I was talking with Tenki, actually, same subject. There's no way to take them out. To like in
Yeah,
D2, you could.
exactly.
There was a cube recipe to get rid of them, and now the item's stuck with 12% fire res, even if you want to get fizz damage on it later.
Yeah, and it makes it really hard to swap gear around. I heard that j- this was a problem brought up from some people before the game went live. Like people told GGG this is a problem, but I guess this is by design. Sure,
Well, as
I
you
don't know.
know,
It felt a little bad, but
I mean,
okay, yeah.
they have a beta like programmed in, because MP was the person actually that had explored that at LA, and they took it out last second, and I think they have that in the back of their mind. I think they're like, let's see how the rune system goes. Let's decide if we're going to have where they're unsocketable some way, even if it breaks the rune, or and if there's enough pushback,
Yeah,
I think we'll
yeah,
see a bench.
exactly. Like you can
It's
just
bound to
break
happen.
the rune and put a new one in. That would be fine. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe GGG doesn't agree with that. Maybe they want us to go slower on the item progression. I don't know.
yeah,
But yeah,
maybe.
for sure. If we had like a crafting bench that we could just resistances. I don't doesn't need to be nothing damage like just resistances, maybe attributes. That's it. That would be saving grace for everyone. Everyone would like that.
Yeah, I don't know if they were trying to like be a little bit like D4, but take away the bad of D4, and if they wanted to keep it. Again, I feel like, just personally, I think they just kept it simple on launch, because they knew they had a lot of new players coming in. They need like anybody brand new to ARPGs jumping into PoE one right now. It is complex as hell. I mean, we've been there throughout the process, and we know how. Like we were there when Blight came out. We were there when Delirium came out. It's a lot, and so I think
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
it is a lot. I could never recommend PoE one to my friends, but I can definitely recommend PoE two to my
Yeah,
friends,
I got an old friend from elementary school I
which are
brought
pretty
in.
good.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't played
nice.
with him in years. Yeah, same thing. Cool. Let me just check. I got just a few more questions. Gambles. Besides like slamming gems, have you found any good like gambles for fun? Like, there's no div card duplication, that kind of thing yet. Have you been exploring that besides just farming?
I mean, the gamble is the crafting. Like I
Yeah,
said, you go in PoE trades, you buy a base with, I don't know, let's say T1 flats on a bow, and that's it. You just click the Chaos Orb, and
yeah,
sometimes those bases cost like 15x, and it's just a gamble. If you hit the fizz, you gain 500. If you don't, you minus 15. That's the
yeah.
crafting. It is just like that. It's
It's
just gamble,
roulette.
and I know people that made a lot of money doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
I myself picture this: the team goes in the map and they pick 6 inventories worth of rings and amulets, and there's just a mountain of rings and amulets, and I have to all of those, and I'm just slamming exalts on those rings. It's actually just hundreds of exalts getting deleted
Mm-hmm.
almost every map, and I'm still making money out of it because everyone needs a life and resist. If I
Mm-hmm.
hit like 3 resist, it's just GG. And basically, what's happening every 100x I was spent, I was making 300 to 350x, more or less.
Nice.
And yeah, I didn't touch weapons to be honest until much later because the boys didn't let me experiment.
Rings and amulets, folks. Those are the ways to
Yeah,
go.
rings
And
and amulets.
that's like when you're poor in PoE one, and when you're just starting. What do you do? You falso slam rings and amulets or belts. I
Now,
get it.
if you pour in PoE one, you go to Sanctum and you'll be reaching like five
Yeah.
hours.
Um,
That's nice.
true. I mean, I'm okay with the sanctum mechanic, but I haven't fully ascended. I mean, do you think they need to change the honor system a bit? What are your thoughts there?
Oh yeah, the ascension is kind of interesting because in PoE one that thing is free. It's actually just free. You just go there and maybe you mess up in a trap and you die once, but you're never gonna really fail the thing. But PoE two can ascend is actually hard. Like I only got my third ascendancy at level 92.
Dang.
It's actually not easy. And my second ascendancy too. I was already in maps when I ascended the second time.
Wow. I jumped over to
Like
the trial master and I had like no problem on my second ascendancy, and I'm like that was like Act One of Cruel. Maybe it just depends on the build setup, right? I mean, which one's better? Ultimatum or Sanctum.
I mean, Sanctum is kind of easier if you buy the things. What's the name of the thing? I forgot.
The
The relics.
oh
Yes, the
yeah,
relics.
whatever
You
there.
just
Oh, the
buy
relics. Yeah, yeah.
the resistances and the maximum.
True. True.
So once I bought it to do my third live, I had like 16k life. The bar thing, I forgot the name. Resolve,
Yeah.
but it's not resolve.
On
It's
honor.
honor. Yes,
Yeah,
honor.
yeah.
Thank
Same
you.
thing.
So yeah, I don't hate it too much. It's really hard early, which is I think by design.
Hmm.
But once you get going, it's I think it's fine. It was bugged for a long time. If I Yeah, it was bugged for a long time, and a lot of people couldn't understand. But they fixed that.
Mm.
I wish the rewards were a little bit better because what I felt like once I got into maps of okay, I need to farm something to get some rares going, some currency going so I can craft or I can buy. And I miss that. So I miss the possibilities to either go to Gold Heist or go Sanctum or go
Hmm.
Delve to do something and then get ready to maps.
Side
I was
content. Yeah.
forced to join a party and kill a boss over and over again. Uh,
I did
do
that
you
last night.
remember Dominus farming like way back
Mm.
in the day? No, no, wait. I think you didn't. You said
Uh,
you didn't play for that long. Yeah, like
it had a div card at one
we
point that was rare that I remember people were doing
yeah,
for a
yeah,
while.
yeah. But way back in the day, like we had a character set up with just a bunch of rarity, and it go run to Dominus, and I mean, it was the final boss of the act at that point,
Mm.
and it TP one a bunch, TP a bunch of people. They just send a FK, the boss exploded, and people got money doing that, or just Dominus runs. And I mean, I did that in PoE too. I guess it was kind of cool, but
I did it
I wish I
yesterday.
had something
That's
better
why I'm
to do,
laughing.
like solo.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna have more content, but we don't know how long it's gonna be for sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Like I said,
yeah,
I'm just waiting.
when I started Pee Wee, when Malachi was the final boss, so I was just a little bit later. Good times, good times.
Yeah, it is good times.
Um, really, I mean, anything else? Like, obviously, I'm gonna be posting this to my channel. You're welcome to do the same if you want. But yeah, I mean, any other thoughts, like just in general, like advice, or I guess we didn't really go over your actual build. Like what class are you right now? Are you multiple or just running through
Oh,
one?
I'm still on my first one because once I started thinking about PoE one with my PoE one brain and oh I can do this and that, they started nerfing a lot of stuff. Rest in peace, John Grom. I was kind of scared because the leveling was kind of fun, but I'm not ready to do that again. I'm just chilling and just waiting. So what I'm playing right now is just a bow monk. I'm shooting the lightning rod, and my friends are exploding the lightning
There you
rods.
go.
That's it. Okay, I'm just running and clicking lightning rods.
Let's go. A bow
It is
monk.
it is very OP to be honest.
I want to play around with
The
it because I'm a monk too, and I'm just on quarter staffs, and my build's a long way from done. So, yeah,
Yeah,
fascinating.
you can still be melee monk. It's fine as long as you go CI. If anything, don't even try going live. Go CI
Mm,
immediately.
hmm.
If you can gear up to 4K, yes, just go. Don't even think about it. Okay. Evasion is pretty good. Evasion is pretty good. You don't need to really giga invest it into it, but evasion is pretty good. That's what I heard.
Hmm. Nice.
And yeah, like monk is actually one of the most solid ascendancies to be
Yeah.
honest. There's a lot of
Once you get your
people
attack
playing
speed up, yeah, it's good. You just got to get
my
that attack
attack
speed up.
speed up.
No, I mean in general, like I
I
had to get
I
my attack speed up for sure, and then it felt good. Yeah,
I
cool,
don't
man.
know from heads of how much attack speed I have, but it's a lot.
Yeah, once you scale it, it feels so much better. I mean, it feels more like the POE one run. I mean, you could start
Yeah,
clearing
it
quick.
kind of does.
Exactly.
I felt like I was gonna hate the lower movement speed, but it wasn't even that bad to be honest. I do feel a little bit of lacking like in the AOE part of things, but
Mm.
it was just a matter of getting better gear. Once I got better gear, this is like the things I was doing solo. It was night and day, honestly.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
And
the
I
gear.
was expecting that too. That the end game is gonna feel great, but getting to the end game was a little bit painful, but it's fine. Like it's me being bad at the game. That's what I'm
Yeah,
telling myself. It's just me being bad at the game that I'm having all those problems. Once I
it's
learn
brand
the
new, man.
game, once we have like
Yeah,
POB, oh my god,
right.
I need POB in my life. I can't do science without POB, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're all
I'm
looking
going
forward to
crazy
that. It's
without
they're working
POB.
on it. They're working on it. I know. I don't know when it's coming, but
I don't know
I don't
either.
know. I don't know. But I got one more question for you before we get off. I got
Mm-hmm.
one more. Everyone knows my POE waifu is Tora the Cola right here, and so I gotta
Uh-huh.
ask, who is your POE waifu, and why is it that very obese woman from the apex of filth?
Oh my god. No, don't don't pick that thing up again, please. I don't know, man. I like Alva. Okay, she
Alva.
has the currency exchange thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why everything. Every time I think you don't know that yet, but it's bugged currently. If she completes the trade, it doesn't say Alva. It says the other guy from POE 1.
Oh,
Yeah, it says
Faustus.
Faustus completed the trade. I was like, wait, what?
Uh oh.
Where?
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
No, I did not see that yet.
Yeah, there's some other funny bugs too. Like it gives you a map, favorite map completion. I'm trying to remember the other one, but yeah, there's some weird stuff imported from POE 1 and POE 2 that doesn't even exist. Oh yeah, the anoint. If you corrupt your stuff and you go anoint, it tells you that you need the corrupted oil, the
Ah,
tainted oil.
it still alerts.
Like what
Definitely the
tainted
same engine.
oil?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
like
interesting.
it's kind of weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Had to mess with you at the end there, obviously, but cool, man. Any other
Yeah.
tips for the watchers, or otherwise, I don't have any other questions.
Any other tips? Uh,
You've given a lot of good info.
I mean, I had tips, but they just nerf a bunch of stuff now,
Just
so
did.
I actually don't like.
Yeah,
I think
it's
life is gonna be better now that now they nerfed a bunch of the chaos damage coming from the mobs,
yeah.
and breach got nerfed. Like I was gonna tell people to do breach because breach is money, but I don't know anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Breach is fun though. I mean, I'll be playing around with it too. I'll be posting stuff, and I'll go ahead and post your channel in the description here. Everybody definitely pay attention to BazukaTank. He does his own builds like myself. He makes more money than I do, and I love to craft for profit. But it's good stuff. Thanks so much for taking the time, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it too.
Yeah, of course. Have a good one.